What's your routine? What's your practice? What is the thing that you choose to do each and every day to ground yourself, to anchor into who you truly are, and to live your life from the inside out? These are the questions that are being posed right here and right now for you. We are at a juncture in our individual and our collective lives where the more tapped in you are to your own personal space, the more discerning you are, the more, let's call it ease, you're going to have as you move through the changes that are emerging in life. A lot of times, understandably, we're focused on our individual systems, our individual lives, our individual experiences. That's great. Sometimes we take challenges in our lives too personally. Challenges that we feel that are really energetically and collectively felt. Now, that's not to say you're not responsible for navigating and writing your part of the feeling. But it would be like if you didn't understand weather and it was cold and you were just upset that it was so cold without understanding that coldness sometimes happens, and so then the move is usually to get warmer things, to plan ahead of time, to create shelter, what have you. And in a similar way, if you are having an intense time energetically, or you have had intense times, or you are feeling on some level this both this sense that there's something for you to do, but also maybe a sense of like, what is it that I do? And you may have heard messages that say things like, well, it's your job to be, it's your job to embody, it's your job. Think of us and humanity as a net, all linked together energetically. And when you are doing your part, being grounded in yourself, when waves come, when energy comes, and you are linked in yourself and you are linked in your energy field, then you are doing your part in the net, so to speak, holding the wave and flow of energy. That could be one way to look at it. I think a lot of times we presume that we all must make some kind of grand stand as intuitives, empaths, energy workers, conscious beings, conscious leaders, however you would like to identify. And the call is really just to embody the part that thrills you. For myself, it's being at the present, it's being a very precise mystic, one who is sharing these messages with precision, with seems to be a very specific group of us. And we're all rad, by the way. And facilitating a level of remembering of the empowerment of this group, because I find the group that I connect with, so if you're watching this, tends to be certain levels of way shower, teacher, could be entrepreneur, could be someone that has a level of influence in their community or family system. And it doesn't have to be an overt level of influence. It could just be that you are someone that people open up to, that people listen to, that naturally magnetizes certain experiences. If you found yourself here on this video, on this channel, to any of these kinds of communications, there is a level of upgrade there's a level of activation that you are setting in motion for yourself. Well done. I say well done because life is really a moment-to-moment experience of embodiment. And we're really flourishing with life when we give ourselves permission to live our unique expression of it. And, this particular life cycle that we find ourselves in collectively is a time of extraordinary transformation and change, like big, big change. And you are likely one of the more sane beings in your reality, which is funny because some people might think that you're unusual, or maybe you might even question yourself whether you're crazy and such. But it is some of the most sane thing in the universe to be choosing to be deliberately connected with yourself, to be listening to your intuition, to be discerning so that you can make choices moment to moment and collectively, co-creatively tune into the reality we want to experience most. Now, there are practical steps that come with this kind of intuitive work. And this is the thing. We are not those who just are here to wish and want or imagine. We tune in and we are in body and embodied. And as we're tuning in and we know what we want, we take inspired action. It would be like if you thought all the time about how delicious a cake would be, and you thought about it, but you never actually gave yourself permission to either get up and go to the store or go order it or start making a cake. Our intuition and our discernment, our imagination helps us tune in, helps us attune to specific kind of frequencies and people and situations and information and opportunities. And then we can trust ourselves to move and take the sometimes repeated iterative steps that allow the mind to relax enough so that the reality we are attuned to is, I want to use almost the word overlaid to the reality that you are now. I had a friend describe it. We were having a conversation. He described it a bit as you're hallucinating. In a way, it's the stage between where you are here and where you're imagining yourself to be is just sort of a hallucination along the way. And the more flexible you are and the more perspectives you have and the more you approach things with non-judgment, the more fluid the time between here and there can be. Because the more parameters or rules or restrictions we set up in our reality for how things have to be, you might say the more it can limit the scope of the way things can potentially unfold for you. Because you are the one who decides what is and is not ultimately possible within your experience of reality. And I don't mean mathematical, socially or universal laws. I'm talking about what you believe is possible for you, which can narrow the scope of the opportunities you perceive or how you interpret experiences. That was a big breath moment. So I just shared a lot of information there. And if that was dense, I invite you to listen to this, and you feel called to, then I invite you to listen to this one or two more times. And when you do, I invite you to listen to it breathing deeply, drink a lot of water, and potentially even ground, like potentially even put your feet outside, and then allow yourself to listen to the information. And these suggestions may help you distill more of the information that was just shared right here. So, if you have any questions, as you know, please leave them in the comments. I love when we connect. And please do like and subscribe if this was of benefit to you. I am, at this moment, Danielle Lynn. I have resources in my description area. There's links. The moment of creating this, I have some opportunities to connect with me one-on-one, if you would like a more precision and personalized experience. Listen to your knowing. That's what we have for today. Much love, my friend.